Chapter 6. Lizzie's friend Maria came over after school on Thursday. During the walk home, Lizzie gave Maria the Pugsley update. This morning when I went to put my sneakers on, I couldn't find them, so I had to look all over the house, she said. Finally, I found the right one in the laundry room, wedged in between the dryer. The left one was... oh my god. The left one was in the Bean's room under a pile of toys. Both of them were chewed up really bad. She held up one foot for Maria to see and waggled her big toe through a hole in her sneaker. I know it wasn't Buddy who did it. He got over his chewing phrase who got a long time ago, Maria groaned. Ugh, Mr. Pest. That nickname's perfect for him. I never heard of a more annoying puppy. What am I gonna do? Lizzie asked. Is Mom gonna let him stay longer if he doesn't quit being so bad? Lizzie had stayed up late the night before, paging through all her dog and puppy books. How to deal with Pugsley. Most of the books said the same thing. Saying Amanda said, ignore bad behavior. That did not seem to work with Mr. Pest. I don't have a clue, Maria said. Simba was already pretty well trained when we got him. Simba, a big yellow Labrador retriever, was Maria's mother's guide dog. Maria's mom was a blind lady, but having Simba around helped her whenever she could go anywhere and do just about anything that anyone else could do. When Simba was just a tiny little puppy, with a basic family, who helped him learn to grow up and learn simple manners. And then he went to the guide dog school and learned how to cross busy roads, move through a crowd, and most importantly, wait very quietly and patiently when he wasn't needed. Simba had come to live to Santiago's when he was about a 2-year-old dog, and by then he was a very, very good dog. I'll tell you one thing, Lizzie said, Pugsley will never be as much as a behaved dog as Simba is. They were walking up the porch to Lizzie's house, and Lizzie can already hear Pugsley inside, barking his head off. Buddy never barked when Lizzie came home from school. He knew her footsteps, and he would be laying by the door, his tail would be wagging, and he would have a silly doggy smile on his adorable face. Lizzie had to admit that sometimes, usually, in fact, Buddy would jump up on her because he was so eager to say hello, but still, he would not be barking. Lizzie said, rolling her eyes at her friend. Mr. Pest is driving me crazy! The front door opened before Lizzie's hand even reached the knob. This dog is driving me crazy! Said her mother. She stood there, holding Pugsley out at arm's length. He was wearing a red collar and a matching leash dangling for him. Take him away from ours, please! I need a damn break! She scooped up Pugsley into her arms and nuzzled the top of his head. He snorted and sneezed and licked her chin. At least he wasn't barking anymore. Lizzie knew better than to argue with her mother. After all, she was the one who begged to foster Pugsley. Hey, your fault, bitch. If you wanted to foster an annoying dog, why did you? We shall go down to the park for a while. She said. Buddy alone. To tell you the truth, Mom said, I think Buddy could use a Pugsley break too. She handed Maria some granola bars and a bottle of juice. Here's your after-school snack, she said. See you later. She closed the door. Maria and Lizzie looked at each other. Yikes, said Maria. Mom's usually like that, Lizzie said. It's this, she nodded down at Pugsley. Are you kidding? Maria said. I doubt my mom would put up with a dog like Pugsley for one day. Lizzie put Pugsley down. They started to walk down the street. Pugsley pulled and tugged and lunged at his leash, dashing from one side to the other so he could sniff every single smell that came his way. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Check it out. 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 He sure does have a lot of energy, said Maria. Sink, Lizzie said. Sink. We have to figure something out. Pugsley would be miserable at the shelter. Imagine all that energy bottled up. Maria looked at Pugsley. Imagine him in a kennel. They both shook their heads. Ugh. When they got to the fenced-in park, Lizzie went Pugsley off the leash so he could run around a little. She and Maria sat on the swing, swinging as they watched him dash around in circles. I remember when I was little, I used to come here all the time, Lizzie said as she swung gently back and forth. I would beg for Dad to keep pushing me so I can go higher and higher and higher. I was the same way, Maria said. Then I learned how to pump my feet so I didn't need to push anymore. That was the best, Lizzie said. I could swing for hours in those days. They then looked at each other and smiled. Then Lizzie backed up and pushed into the swing, letting it carry it forward into a high arc. The wind rushed through her ears. Woohoo! She cheered, pumping her feet so she went even higher. During the next time, Maria was swinging too. I could swing harder than anyone else in second grade, except for Will Garrett, Lizzie boasted. No one could swing higher than Will Garrett, or run faster than Will, or get into more trouble than him. That guy was always on the move. He drove the teachers crazy. Hey, we had a boy in my school, too, Todd Little. He was always acting that way. My teacher used to say, ignore him. Todd just wants attention, Maria said in a teacherish voice. I always thought it was weird. Like, if Todd wants attention, maybe we should just give him some. Then maybe he wouldn't have to do things like empty the pencil sharpener into the fish tank. Lizzie stopped swinging at her heels and stopped herself. She popped off the swing, jumped to the ground, and stared at her best friend. Maria, she said, that's it! I got it!